How's it going, everyone? This is the Rage God, and you're watching Wargaming TV. This is part 39 of our Kingdom Come campaign, single player campaign, right? And so we are at. Let me see. It's been many days since I played this. We are at Ratte still. Strange. Go to the upper hall of the castle. Let's take a look at the quests. Question and answers. While we were battling previous Slavits, yeah, so we did that in the previous live stream, I think, or videos. Another gang of bandits attacked Merhojed. However, the villagers not only held off the raiders but even took one captive. Sir Radzik wants me to interrogate him. Okay, great. Right, we killed that huge bully guy who had taken our sword, but he did not tell us where the sword was. I see something's up with Sir Radzik and the other lords, I think they are hiding something from us and they are just using us. Like a normal lad we are. Valdensians. Get rid of Vicar, talk to Vicar. Playing with the devil. Go and see Gertrude, the herb woman. See, find out what she incited in. And find out what she incited the Uzuits woman to do. Skin raiders, kill the camp leader, etc. It's just lots of side quests and activities. Let's get out of here. I just came back from sun gazing and oh, that's a big. Okay. Oh, we are here, right? I just came back from sun gazing and I'm not able to see properly. It takes some time for you.
Please, I'm from Scarlet and I lost everything I had.
It takes some time to like get back your vision to normal. How can we donate to the poor?
God be with you.
Like, how can you donate to poor? I don't understand. I tried like dropping money in front of them, but doesn't work. That's our mount, Pebbles. I want to get a new horse because this one is pretty old and useless one now. I wouldn't say useless, it's a good horse, but not that great, Oh look, horsemanship. What a coincidence. So that's a sign, I guess. We need a new horse. So let's go talk to that guy who is being held captive. Where is he? He won't be here. I think I'm gonna have to need to go upstairs. There you go. Upper hall, right? Interrogate the captive. Find out what happened to Matthias. Who's Matthias? It's like I've suddenly woken up from the sleep, and I'm like, huh? What? Who? Who's who?
My lord, I'm afraid you were right when you said these hostilities wouldn't end at Probislavitz.
That comes as no surprise.
What has happened?
My men reported 2 more attacks today.
Ah, Henry. I'm glad you're here. It seems like we'll have another task for you. Come and join us.
My lord. Greetings, lad.
The
Greetings,
bandits
sir.
raided a few remote hamlets, but that's the least of our worries. They also attacked Merhoyed, and that's a much more serious matter.
The rightmost one, I have doubts on him.
Matthias is working there.
They attacked right after the battle in Probislavitz. Bastards are probably trying to prove they're still strong. But there's a silver lining. The villagers held them off. and they even took one captive. He's wounded, but we can still interrogate him.
Your Graces, I hope I'm not intruding.
On the contrary, Master Tobias. Unlike Bernard, you are the bearer of good tidings. Or so I gather from the coin you carry. Tell me, how many groschen did we find in Pribyslavitz?
My lord, I'm sorry, but my news is no better than Captain Bernard's. These coins are very good. That is to say, well-made facsimiles, as we call them.
What? I don't give a fack what you call them. I want to know what they're facking worth.
That's just it, sir. They're worth nothing.
Worth nothing?
You saying what I think you're saying, Master Tobias? This here
Is just a pile of copper.
Curva! Fuck!
Plated with silver, so it's still of some worth.
Curva! Fuck!
Is it a lot of work to make such counterfeits, Master Tobias?
I should say so, sir. Highly demanding work. Especially to make such plausible forgeries. They would need a well-hidden foundry, several craftsmen, and a source of material.
But they could just be brought in from somewhere else, could they not?
Well, they could, but then again, the silver mines are nearby, and these groschen seem freshly minted, so...
So we are facing a foe who has almost limitless sources of coin. That's all we need.
Oh.
Well, gentlemen, it's clear what we have to do. Interrogate that captive bandit, find out their numbers, and promptly cut off their supply of money. Otherwise, they'll soon have another encampment.
So they were...
already. But I doubt it, sir. Merhayed wouldn't have been able to hold them off if they did.
Well, lad, I said we'd have work for you, but it never crossed my mind there would be this much. You've already proved your worth as an investigator, so I'm putting my faith in you again. Go to Merhayed and question that captive. Find out where those brigands are hiding, how many there are, and what they're planning. And while you're at it, see if you can find some clues as to where this counterfeit coin is coming from.
Very well, sir.
Good luck. We're counting on you, all of us. Come report to me as soon as you know anything. I'll be at the lookout point near Talmberg.
Right. So we did the scavenging the camp thing for him. I think that's why he sent the dialogue. You have already done investigation work for me, so I'm sending you again. Otherwise, I think the dialogue would have gone otherwise. Other ways, like whatever. It's already been done or something. Someone else will do it. What is that? Oh, hello.
My God,
Not you.
take care.
Where's...
Greeting. Goodbye.
Greetings.
Sir,
Of course,
well, I thought since we chased the bandits out of Pribyslavitz, the roads would be safer.
Ah, criticizing your liege lord, are you? And what, in your opinion, should he do about it?
Oh no, I don't mean anything by it. Just that it surprises me.
Easy, lad. I'm only pulling your leg. You're quite right. The roads really aren't safe. Mostly due to one thing. My garrison is a shamble these days. I lost most of my men in Skalitz, and what I'm left with after Pribyslavitz is hardly enough even to guard Pigstein. Let alone guarding the roads and patrolling the rest of the province. I simply don't have the men.
Uh-huh. I understand.
That is, I didn't have the men. As it happens, you've come at just the right time. Recently, I asked an old acquaintance for help. Sir Kuno of Rickwald and his mercenary band. The men who ride with him are a rough lot, mostly former convicts, but they're as capable as any squad of soldiers.
Well, excuse me for being so bold, but there's plenty of mercenaries around. Surely you can find a more respectable band?
You have a point, lad, but I'd like to tell you I talked to Kuno because I trust him. But actually my reasons are of a more pragmatic nature. You see, Kuno owes me a favor, So he'll serve me free of charge.
Oh, great.
So, you want me to join them?
Yes, but that's not all. I told Kuno I'd send him a guide. But really what I need is for someone to keep a close eye on him and his men. Someone reliable. And I'd say you fit the part. Go and report to him at his encampment. You'll ride with his band on patrols and make sure they don't get too disorderly.
Oh, that's cool, man.
How is he in debt?
I did him quite a big service, actually. I saved him from the
Wow.
hangman.
Oh, that sounds like quite a story.
You should ask him. You'll be spending quite a while riding together, so it'll help pass the time. But one thing I can tell you, he seems to have taken inspiration from me. A lot of his men had their own encounters with the executioner too.
I actually wanted a, band of men or bodyguards or something with me to do these
Who is
missions.
this Sir Kuno of Rickvald?
He's the last baron of the House of Rickwalt, which became impoverished. So he took to the mercenary trade, like many poor noblemen do, unless they become robbers, which often isn't all that different. He's certainly an entertaining companion, but as a mercenary, well, let's just say he has his own particular approach to certain matters.
That sounds a little worrying.
Oh, it's nothing too bad. Just that now and again he needs reminding not to step over the line.
But if he gets enough money, I don't think as a lord he should do anything,
right.
but whatever.
I'll go and report to him.
Excellent. He set up camp between Ratai and Ladechko. It's a good base for covering the province. Good luck, Henry. And watch out for yourself.
I will, sir.
Great.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Band of bastards. So that's great news for us. Come back here, I want to talk more.
May I be?
Yes, Henry. Chief Engineer Fafar has been asking for someone reliable to assist him.
The chief engineer?
He's literally
about
assigning
talents?
us every
In a manner of
task.
speaking. Master Fafar has, well, evil forebodings. I think he may want to send you to the Skalitz mines.
Can they really be restored?
Everything can be rebuilt with enough will and resources. Well, everything except a man. You'll get the details from Chief Engineer Fafar. For the time being, consider yourself his handyman.
Certainly. Where do I find him? Is he here in the castle?
Where? Now that's a good question. He ought to be somewhere at Perkstein unless he's gone off to deal with some problem or other. Look around. You're bound to run into him.
Well, thank you. I'll go and see him straight away.
Good luck, Hal. Take care.
You're wearing human armor and stuff. Hello, sir. It's a Hanush of Lepia. Nah, man, I don't, bow down to these people. It's just roleplay, otherwise I'll cut everyone down. King Silver. Right. Sri Lanka. Interesting. Where is this guy? Milan. Drinking problem.
I'm badly in need of a few things. God be with you.
What's life like?
Well, life's good here. Even better if them... Goodbye.
We have very slim opportunity to rob him. Like, I've tried the mission before. I don't know where this Milan is. He's one of those beggars, right? That's rock. Nish.
I wouldn't beg, good neighbors, but I'm reduced to this. I'm from Skalitz and...
Bread! Bread! Rolls and pretzels!
Kettles for water, baskets for goods, and torches for the night. I have it all.
Wow, how much money do we have? Where's the 12k? Are you serious? 12k groschen. That's why, like, we are our pouch is making so much noise.
Rakes, spades, forks, and axes. All you need to tame Mother Nature.
Hey, who's there?
Get lost, or you'll have me.
Would you credit it?
Where did it happen this time?
Over there on the old road. And I didn't even hit a pothole.
Kettles for water,
Rolling along,
baskets
cracked
for
out of the
goods,
blue.
and torches for the night.
Trees, eh?
I have it
So
all.
it's back to the wheelwright again. And more to pay. It makes me wonder. I have my doubts about him.
Ah, nonsense. I know the wheelwright. He's an honest fella. And what could he do to cause it anyway?
What do I know? I don't make wheels. Maybe he fixed it with bad wood.
Don't let your imagination run away with you.
Brooms for your house,
Just a bad look.
rakes and hoes for
There's
your
worse
field.
things.
What else
Look
do you
around you.
need? Come on
There's
up and
Sigismund
see.
and his Tartar hordes marauding all over the country. We're all lucky to be alive at all.
True. Thank the good Lord for that.
Good. Take care now.
With salt, caraway seeds, garlic.
Everything for the house, garden and field. Knives, axes, rakes, hoes. Get the best right here.
I've lost everything. My home, my family, my livelihood. Be merciful, good people.
I'll rob him in the night, you know.
For the kitchen or the field, my fine wares will brighten your every day.
Yeah.
You have to find Milan. Like, I'm trying to finish all the small quests so that I can move on to the next town or something.
Yeah. Ah!
What you doing?
Bread baked just this
Good.
morning.
Torch will help.
Bread.
Your fields lie fallow. Here's a hoe. Need straw for the winter?
Man. Where is he though?
Implements, instruments, and tools. Everything for work and home. Need that helmet.
13. Okay. Can't do that. Where is our guy? Awesome.
Yeah.
Ow! Clumsy idiot! Learn to ride a horse before you kill someone.
Shit! Sod off! Leave me be. I want to.
Wake up, you sleepyhead. Where did he go?
God save.
I've got that.
Ha! That'll bring tears of joy to that poor widow. I hope you filled your own pocket while you were at it.
I don't want to do another.
What else have you got?
Something really special this time. There's a stuck-up cloth merchant from Ledechko. I'd like to show him what God's punishment looks like. Now, if you were to lift his guild seal from his power...
The mills of God grind slowly, but...
And we'll help them along. As a reward, I'll get you something...
I'll think about it.
Good luck, then.
Okay. So yeah, let's not do these small stealing jobs. Maybe I'll create another playthrough for like these kind of things. So that thing is done. Good thing. Guess thieves. Roger. Yeah, favor punch me. I don't know where Milan is. He's off the map. Oh, fuck him. I'll do this.
Greetings. What do you need?
Are you Chief Engineer Fafar?
Yes, I am. What can I do for you?
Sir Radzig sent me to be of service to you.
Ah, I'm glad to hear it. It's high time we started putting things to rights. There's been quite enough dithering.
How can I help with these, evil forebodings of yours?
Sir Radzig may make light of it, but a large quantity of silver has been discovered hereabouts, and no one is guarding the Skullets mines, the most likely source.
You really think someone could be stealing the silver from the mines? I would have thought that would be quite a job, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Which is why I'd like you to go and check out not only the mine gallery, but also the yard with the smelter and the waterworks. See what kind of state it's all in, and if anything looks suspicious.
Should I be expecting trouble, then?
Well, I definitely wouldn't treat the job like a visit to church on Sunday. You could find yourself facing that pack of hungry dogs trailing the army, or a band of brigands.
I see. Well, you and Sir Radzig can rely on me. You said mine gallery.
Boy, there's such a maze there that it would take a week to crawl through the place. There's only one gallery I'm interested in, at the foot of the hill by a small fish pond.
Why just that one?
Because I was expecting to find a scene there. All the indications pointed to it. So if anyone is stealing silver, it'll be right there.
Is that the yard next to the Skalitz mill?
That's the one. I don't know what state it's in now. There used to be a stock of charcoal and smelted silver there.
A silver store? Could there really be any left?
I doubt it. I'd be surprised if it was still standing at all.
What about these waterworks? What's there?
A stamping mill and washing troughs. They're on the bend in the river below the castle. You can't miss them. There are big tanks and equipment all around.
That's all clear. I'll get going.
Good luck then. Take care.
This game is beautiful.
What are you doing here? Get lost, or you'll... What are you doing here?
All right, we can save. Wait a second, guys.
Yeah.
Good day.
Good luck then.
God be with you. Good luck then.
Yeah. Yeah.
My God, what? Good luck then.
Yeah.
For the kitchen or the field.
God be with you. God be with you.
Yeah.
Go! Learn how to ride a horse, idiot.
God be with.
I'd like you to show me some.
Certainly.
Well. Can you teach me to. Well. Can you help me with.
Certainly.
Well. I'll think it over.
See you later.
I'll be with you. I'm looking for Sakuno. Sakuno? Baron Rickvold. Isn't this his camp?
You won't get nothing out of him. You must be Radzig's man. I heard he was supposed to send someone.
Yes, Sir Radzig sent me as a guide. I'm Henry.
I'm Jakey. And this here fella, we call the Stone.
I can see why. What's up with him? Cat got his tongue?
No, more like the dog got it. The executioner's dog. When the executioner ripped it out of him. Anyway, you better come along with me. I'll introduce you to the other fellas. And the chief.
Poor guy.
These here are the Bearman brothers, Petter and Jan. They're a barrel of laughs, except when they're too drunk to string two words together. Like now. Don't get on the wrong side of them, though. When their blood is up, well, it ain't a pretty sight.
This guy is too much close.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, I'm sure.
Never mind the fancy poses, Stefan. You're trying to kill the fucker, not teach him how to dance. And you, Dangler, stand your ground. Don't let him lead you round by the nose.
Sir? Well, sir, this is Henry. From Lord Kobler.
Ah, it's about time Radzig got round to this. Need someone who knows their way around these parts. Leave off with the bowing and curtsying. We don't hold with that tomfoolery here. Jakey! Where the hell are you sneaking off to? Go to the farm and get water. The lads are thirsty.
But I went last time.
And you'll go next time, you ungrateful pup. Get your ass moving. Snot-nosed brat. You pull them out of a pile of shit, and they thank you with back talk. Where were we? Oh, yeah. We need a guide who knows these parts. So I hope I can rely on you, Herman.
It's Henry.
Right. Well, as I said to Radzig, I don't want to carry any dead weight. We could find ourselves in some very tight situations where every sword counts.
I know how to handle a sword, all right?
I've heard a lot of fellas say that. They still ended up on the wrong end of one. We'll find out. Stefan, take a break. Dangler, let's find out what Harold here can do. Sure. No problem, Chief.
All right, let's do this.
Giving up already?
Oh, where's my... I've got no sword. Excuse me. Damn it, bro. Bullshit.
Sorry, lad. No, but
Watch what you're doing. There's people walking here.
हाँ काय ग हाँ काय काम आहे आई मागे मागे येत नाही याची तू पॅरानॉइड झाली
Come on up and take a look. I've got everything you need. Day or night, home or at work.
God save you. God be with you.
good health to you. Good luck to you. Take care now.
Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the Ratte tourney?
I'll be with you. I'm looking for a Sakuno.
Never mind the fancy pot, Jakey. Where were we?
Stefan?
take a break. Dangler, let's find out what Harold here can do.
Sure. No problem, Chief.
You'll die for that.
Sorry, lad, but like I said...
What?
No, you just hold us back. But maybe...
Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the ratte tourney?
I've got some. I hope you won't need them.
Thank you. I've got some.
All right. I can't have. If I didn't know you, you'd have given me a fright in that arm.
I'd like to take much.
All right.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this. That's...
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be with you. I'm looking for a Sakuno.
Mrtka! Bugger! You'll get what for. Fuck it! You whoreson!
Sorry, lad, but
No.
Yeah.
didn't fare badly at all, I must say. You can ride with us.
All right, good. Thanks.
Don't thank me yet. You don't know what you're letting yourself in for.
Sir Kuno, can you tell me something about yourself?
Drop the sir. That title brought me nothing but grief. But what do you want to know?
What about your debt to Sir Radzig? How did that come about?
A twist of fate, lad. I was fighting in the hostilities between the House of Schallenberg and the town of Colleen. Some trade dispute it was, and I fought under the Schallenberg colours. In the end, the two sides negotiated a truce, and I rode to Colleen with the delegation that was to parley there. We stopped off at an inn on the way, and it was there that I met Radzig Kobyla. I could tell at first sight he was a man after my own heart. A likeable rogue, with a sharp mind and a merry soul. We spent the whole night drinking together and talking, and in the morning we set off together, with sore heads, but in good temper, since he was travelling the Colleen same as I was. Only, once we reached the city gates, they arrested me on the spot. Seems the burghers had it in for me, since I'd been making their lives hell for a good 6 months. On the other hand, I was a member of the peace delegation, so by rights, they shouldn't have even looked at me sideways. And then it hit me why Radzig was there. Colleen is a royal city, so he was there to represent the king's interests.
I see. So he was on the other side.
That's right. Anyway, they threw me in a dungeon, and a few days later word reached me that the Schallenbergs had reached an agreement with the burghers. Only part of the deal was they would give them my head. And I'd surely have ended my days swinging from the town battlements if it hadn't been for Radzig. He liked me, and he could see it was a dirty trick, so he somehow squared things with the city council.
Lucky for you.
Indeed. I owe my life to Radzig, and I'll never forget it. He's asked me twice before for help. This is the third time, and how could I refuse him?
I'd like to ask about your...
Ask away.
What about the fellow they call Dangler?
I've never ridden with a better man, I can tell you. He doesn't say a lot, but for that, he listens all the better. Nothing escapes him.
So he scouts for you?
Not just that. It's happened more than once. I was closing a deal with nearly every time he was right. And
Those Behrman brothers are quite a pair.
Indeed they are. There's no more mercy in them than in, well, a bear. If I told them to skewer you on the spot, they'd do it, without batting an eyelid.
Jesus.
Oh, aye. They'd argue first about which one of them got to do the job. But they're as obedient as a huntsman's dogs. Real soldiers, the pair of them. Reliable. As long as they don't get too drunk. Then there's no keeping them under control. But nobody's perfect.
What can you tell me about Stefan?
Fletching. For one thing, he's a very resourceful fellow.
How did he come to join your band?
Well, let's just say he was in the right place at the right time.
What exactly happened?
Sorry, I'd love to tell you the whole story, but...
Oh, now you've got me curious.
Sure, why not?
What about that dumb one?
The stone? Oh,
just like that?
Aye, just like that. We were riding from Olomouc to a castle past Clad. You know how it goes. We made acquaintance with them, had a drink or two.
I'm not sure I'd be thinking that if I ran into you lot on the road.
We might have done some things I ain't proud of, but wayfarers are sacred even for me. Anyway, our fellow travellers dropped off along the way. One in Mohelnitz, one in Schoenberg, except for the stone. He stuck with us the whole way. The fellas kept asking. When we were approaching Barsdorf, I ordered the men to get rid of him. I had some business at the castle, and I didn't want any Stefan tried to tell him nicely, but he just sat there, staring like he was turned to stone. Then the Bearman brothers tried to get him off his horse. He booted Jan in the face and knocked him out cold. Then he jumped down and felled Petter with one punch. A man who can do that is a man you want on your side. So we kept him.
Weren't you worried about having a stranger in your band? Especially one who didn't talk?
No, I figured if he can't talk, he can't tell. Besides, I've had worse.
What about Jakey?
Jakey, that boy will be the death of me. You've got to be tough on him, or he's good for nothing. But I'm fond of him, in a way.
Like a son?
I wouldn't go that far. But I've no family of my own. And unlike those other cutthroats, he seems to me like a good lad.
Well, you're pretty hard on him, though. And the others keep him on his toes, too.
The boy needs a firm hand. I was like him once, and I got the same too. If we let him be, we'd end up with a third bear man. And who'd want that?
True. 2 is more than enough. Sir Radzig told me the Rickvold family...
There's all sorts of ways to become impoverished. Nothing easier. Especially when your father's a fool, and your mother's mad as a bat.
Oh.
But it's a long and twisted story. We took our name from Rickvold Castle, but that actually belonged to the convent of the Poor Clares in Tynitz, and my father only leased it. You see, he knew the abbess there since they were young. Knew her very well. There was even talk that she only joined the order because her family wouldn't let her marry him. Anyway, whether he was fucking her right there in the convent, or he just took a lot of interest in scripture, he spent an awful lot of time in Tynitz.
Oh, he might have been after a bit of both.
Sinning and confessing all in one place. Well, I can see the convenience of it. Anyway, my mother never had strong nerves. Truth be told, her sanity was always shaky. Pa's escapades drove her cuckoo entirely. Then, one frosty December morning, I was woken by screaming and smoke. I looked out the window, and I saw my mother there, in the courtyard, wreathed in flames. Behind her, the stables, the farm buildings, and the tower were burning too. And she just stood there, shrieking with laughter.
Christ, that sounds like a scene straight out of hell.
Hellish it was, I can tell you. Me and my sister Adela and a few servants managed to get out before the whole place went up. I couldn't get to my father. Or my little brother. Poor lad was only 7. My sister and I were left destitute after the fire. But then my cousin, Adam of Drevich, took us into his castle. A few weeks later, he offered to buy what was left of our estates and sell me a small fortress near Akovnik. It was a great relief. We suddenly had some hope of a future again. So I told my sister about it. And it was the biggest mistake of my life. A week later, the two of them announced to me they were getting married. And all that was left of our estates, lands, woods, villages, Adela was to get it all as a dowry.
But surely that was for you to decide. You were the head of the family, right?
Aye. Only I barely had 17 years under my belt, and I'd just lost everything. Of course, I argued with them, and that was the only excuse they needed to kick me out of Drevich too.
That's pretty harsh.
You're telling me. But I'm not complaining. As my pa always used to say, if you can turn your hand to something, you'll never be lost. I doubt it ever crossed his mind how often I'd remember those words.
Well, that's bad luck, or rather harsh luck, I would say, for what he has suffered. I sympathize with this man.
So Radzig
is all sort, but it's a long. You see.
Oh.
And, oh,
Wait.
Can you tell me something?
Why not? I haven't been to confession for a while.
How did you end up in...
It's nothing new for me and my brother. We've been fighting for coins since we were old enough. Last time we rode with one Lombardian by the name of Collini.
What happened?
Nah, we just wanted to come back to Bohemia. You know how it is, where no one understands a word.
You and Petter seem...
As brothers should.
Nah, to tell the truth, I'd never have guessed the two of you came from the same...
Oh, we've got the same ma, all right. I ain't got no ma, and neither does he. And the same goes for our pa.
Oh. I'm a bit confused. You're not actually...
We might be. We might not. A band of mercenaries found us in a village when I was still a baby, and Petter hardly walking. Playing in the dirt together we was. Their leader took a shine to us for some reason. He took us away and raised us up. Raised us with swords for playthings and ale for mother's milk. A few years later, he was killed in Saxony. The band fell apart, but we joined another right away. That's the way it's been ever since, over and over.
So you two never had... Well,
A normal life. We ride from one fight to another, risking our necks and killing who they pay us to kill. That's normal for us. Always has been.
Hey, Henry, I'd like a word with you. Henry, I want to have a word with you.
Who's this? Jakey.
What is it, Jakey?
The stone wants to talk with you, if you can call it that. Probably about that ring.
What ring?
No one told you about it. The fellas call it the Ring of Bacchus. It's a kind of game we play. Kuno gave us this ring. It's just a worthless bauble. But when we're at the tavern, Kuno pays everything. So we steal the ring from each other and try to trick each other. Well, actually, just the others. They won't let me play. Kuno says I'm too young to get boozed up.
That sounds like a lot of fun. But I don't have the ring, so why do...
He probably wants you to steal it from someone. Since you're new, the fellows will talk to you, and it won't be suspicious.
All right. I'll have... Hey, Jakey, can you tell me...
Want to get matey, eh? Sure, Henry. What do you want to know?
This guy seems gay, man. Well, it seems like a good lad, also just a little bit, you know.
How did you end up in Kuno's band?
Well, I used to be a baker's hand in Prague, but all the other fellas were always on my back, always swearing at me. Sometimes they even beat me up. To make a bit of coin, I started going to the tavern across the road, entertaining the rich gents with jokes, playing the fool. Sometimes someone would throw me a half-groschen. One time, Kuno turned up there, and I got to talking with him. When I told him all the shit I was getting at the bakery, he offered...
I bet you were glad to get out of there.
Yeah, though it's not like they give me much peace here either. It's all,
Jakey, come here. Jakey, go there. Jakey, get that.
Well, surely you can't be any worse off here than in the bakery.
No, only at the bakery, the worst I ever got was a beating. It's not like my life was in danger, but here, when those Beerman brothers are drunk, I have to keep well out of sight.
How come they bullied you at the bakery? It's usually the shy ones bullies pick on. That's not exact...
Not now, maybe. I learned a thing or two since then.
Oh, come on, you shy? You just said you were playing the fool and telling jokes in the tavern.
All right, I'll tell you the truth. They picked on me because I'm an orphan. The parish priest of St. Apollinaire's in Prague found me as a baby in the church one winter's morning. I spent half my childhood in parish houses and half on the street.
Well,
I see.
Then he's a smart one.
That must have been tough.
It still is tough, I can tell you that.